Well, good evening, gang, and welcome to It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn Williams, and I'm your host. And to my right and to your left, of course, as always, is the lovely Valerie Eliason. Hi, Val. How are you?
I'm great, Glenn. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Welcome to the last show of the year.
I know. I have a little surprise
You do?
for you.
What do you got? You got something for me? What do you?
I have it back here.
Oh! I'm all lit up. This is
so festive.
I am festive, and it is. And I'm telling you, I love it. We're coming to you live from our beautiful studios here at BNN-TV, and you're more than welcome to join us if you'd like. We're at 617-708-3210.
That's right.
You can get to us. The great staff of BNN are in the other room answering the phones. Give us a call. Let us know what's going on artfully in your community. Am I wearing this for the whole show?
You can take it off, yeah.
Is it
That's good. Oh, it's nice. It's like a tiara.
A tiara? Is that what I want to have on? Is a tiara? Well, I want to thank everybody. Listen, gang, thanks an awful lot for your comments and everything about our program over the years. We're really, really appreciative of everything that you guys. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys because you tune in every week and you send us some great comments.
Yeah.
What's new and exciting, Val?
Oh, geez. Well, I got some more information about the solo show going on.
About your solo show.
Yeah.
Tell me. Talk to me. Tell me the news.
So the reception is going to be Monday, the 11th, January 11th, at
Okay.
the Lower Depths at 7 o'clock.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
We have to race from here?
Yeah.
Okay. How long is the reception going to be?
Probably just a couple hours.
Okay. Then you'll go there and I'll catch up with you.
Yeah.
After the show.
I'll be hanging out for a while, drinking a...
Yeah, by the time I get there, I'm sure that everyone will be in great festive mood. Well, congratulations. Where is this show again?
So it's at the Lower Depths. It's a really, probably one of my favorite bar restaurants over on Com Ave, right in the Fenway area.
Okay, well, we look forward to that. We'll make sure that we'll keep everybody abreast. And also, I've just heard that our show, It's All About Arts, is going to be the featured in the BNN Gallery.
Yes.
So I guess that there'll be some pieces of work of mine. There'll be pieces of work of yours. Maybe even a piece or two of maybe some of the other producers. We're going to get. It'll be an It's All About Arts.
This will be the first time that we've both, that either one of us.
I think it'll be the first time that we'll be showing any material here. It's always about our guests, I think. But I think for that day, we're going to just step back and just have it be the two of us. I'll interview you and you'll interview me. Does that sound like fun? It does sound like fun. Very good. I know that I want to shout out to all the kids over at Sacred Heart. Tomorrow is their big show.
Yes.
And their band, the full band, is going to be performing, and everybody in the school has a performance that they've been rehearsing and getting ready for. And I want to wish them all luck. I know that there's many kids out there that tune in, families that sit and tune in and watch the show. Thank you very much for that. We appreciate it.
Probably all at home practicing right now.
I think they're pretty practiced out. They've been working on this for quite a while, so it's kind of been, they're ready for whatever is going to befell them tomorrow. And I'll be right in the middle of it, I'm sure.
And you and Janice are having your usual...
Yes, we have I'm going to start to take some of this off. That's okay. We're having our New Year's, Christmas Eve open house at 99. Come on by, anybody who wants to say hello. We open the house and open the gallery to all of our musician and artist friends to stop by and say hello. It's a good night because people are kind of traveling around, going here, going there, and it's an opportunity right in the heart of Rosendale to stop in and say hello. Check out the gallery and the art and what have you. So I think there'll be a little nosh and a little cheer and lots of great people. So
I had a great time.
And music. We're going to have some music this year.
Oh, really?
I think so, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that.
That's pretty exciting.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But you are coming?
I am coming.
Good, I'm glad. That's very exciting because we have something for you that Janice and I have been working on. We're very excited about it. It's going to be cool.
And I have something for you guys.
I know, I heard. It's right here.
Yes.
But I'm afraid to open it.
It's completely up to you. If you want to open it now, or if you want to wait till Christmas.
We'll wait a minute.
Okay.
Maybe me and Myra will,
Open it.
Rachel will talk me into it. Probably, yeah, but Rachel's going to talk me into it. I can see it now. What do you have planned for the rest of the year? Because we're not going to be with each other till after. We're not going to be back on the air until after New Year's.
Well, I'm going to be painting like a mad woman.
Yeah, you got to get ready for the show.
Yes.
Talk to me about that. Is there any extra motivation? Does anything else kind of push your buttons when it's time to, when you know a show? You got a show coming up.
Oh gosh, when I have, I try not to be a procrastinator, but when I have a show coming up, I tend to wait a little bit too long to the deadline. But I find that I work the best under pressure.
Yep.
And under a limited amount of time, and I really just I throw on music. I got newspapers covering the floor, and I got a paintbrush in each hand, and I'm putting spray paint and stuff running in and out onto the balcony
Klaus
outside.
is diving under the couch, getting out of the way.
Running away. He does not like it at all. Yeah.
That's kind of funny because that's so true.
Yeah.
You know, it's that way in a lot of things. I know that, you know, if I want to get out there and start playing again, or if I have a gig, I book myself in one of my regular rooms or whatever, and then I know, okay, I've got 3 weeks to get this together. Or, you know, so it kind of forces you to rehearse a little bit and stretch your voice so you don't get out there and sound like, you know, you don't want any empty walls.
And I got to set up a little atmosphere for myself.
Yeah, do you really? You know, that's one of my favorite questions. What do you do when do you have a dedicated space in your dwelling for artful adventures?
Yes and no. It's sort of right in between the living room and the dining room. So I put a bunch of newspapers down so I don't get paint everywhere.
Start
working there.
hurling the paint around?
Start hurling it everywhere. And I really like putting old movies on in the background.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. So I put on, I was actually painting a lot this weekend. I put on an old Marilyn Monroe movie, How to Catch a Millionaire. I think it's from like the 1960s. Really, it's inspiring to me. All the set design that they have and the fashion is really inspiring to me.
That's interesting. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, just it going on in the background kind of puts you in a mode. That's great.
Yeah.
I love that. I love the way that works because we all have our thing to do. You know, mine is a little different. I have a space where there's two different things that I do. One of them is kind of like a little more controlled, abstract chaos, where I'm blending colors from side to side, and I'm letting them run and creating some different kinds of landscapes and stuff. Then there's when I throw, you know, I set up a space that is completely black except for the canvas. So I don't see anything else.
It's completely focused.
Completely focused, and there's no music, and it's quiet.
Wow.
So I'm just driven on that. Nothing else on the outside kind of filters in. And I'm usually throwing from 4 or 5 feet away. So it's once I get what I want to get up on the canvas, then I start to get in with the knife and start to move things around. But not until after and then I'll change the atmosphere a little bit. And I take it down and start working on it.
Have you had any casualties with Larry? Maybe he's running by your easel and
when I'm in the big kitchen and sometimes if I have a big canvas down and I'm doing something on a flat level, sometimes Larry has to be locked up. Yeah. Because he definitely wants to help.
Klaus does that.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if I want to let him march across my oils and acrylics. It might ruin his fur. I don't want to ruin his fur. No. What do you do New Year's Eve?
New Year's Eve, probably be down in Providence.
Yeah, be down with that. That's nice.
I like dressing up. I don't like very huge, loud scenes.
But you definitely go out.
You'll
be out till midnight?
Yep, I'll be out till midnight. Get all gussied up and have some yummy cocktail.
Yep, some yummy adult beverage or two. That's good.
Yeah.
Now,
nice little dinner.
Will you be alone, or are you going to surround yourself with friends and family?
It'll probably just be Jacob and I.
Just Jacob. That's good.
Yeah, we've done that the past couple of years. It's been really nice.
Yeah, I'll be watching the Three Stooges marathon myself.
Oh, no kidding. Is that your tradition, you and Janice?
Well, it's just, you know, it gets to where I'll stay up. I'll be up. Janice will never make it. You know? Janice won't make it. But I've been invited to maybe go and play at a place. So I might end up, you know, up at the Paradise and just sitting in and playing for a little bit.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. I think that's probably
it.
what's going to happen. So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So listen, this is our last show of the year.
Yeah.
And your first real calendar long year. And I asked you last week about any highlights or anything like that. Was there anything that has stood out in your mind as far as, besides, you know, throwing yourself to the dogs here, which we are famous for doing?
I think a lot of my, actually I do have a couple episodes in particular that really stuck out to me. I remember it was the first solo show I did. We had his father and son, Norberto was the father's name, and they were from Mexico. I forget what town in Mexico, but they were doing the hand carving and hand painting right here while we were interviewing them. And we had the translator, you know, I'd ask her the questions and she would translate, and the father
Your first solo show, let's not make it difficult, bringing in translators from, you know, the embassy.
But it was awesome. The father was carving all the chameleons, and the son was sitting next to him painting with this tiny, tiny little brush and all these little details. I know I mentioned last week City Strings.
City Strings, you know, was a great show. Yeah. Another show that I found that I really, really enjoyed a lot was when we had Commissioner Barrows on.
Yes.
From the mayor's office. She's the new chief of the arts here in Boston. And I'd met her and talked to her, and I did Boston Create, so I kind of got to sit in the same room and listen to her speak. But it was nice and intimate here to get to talk to her, and I learned a lot about her. She's an incredible lover of the arts, obviously, but the work she had done in Chicago, she's just kind of bringing that here to Boston. And Boston's been known for our art and our artistic people and all of our venues and stuff, but I think one of the things that we noticed is that it's JP, Rosendale, East Boston, South Boston, part of Dorchester, Lower Mill. It's not like Boston.
Yeah.
And I think that what her goal is to kind of bring that all together. And I've been very excited about what's going to happen with her. That was a really good show. And all of our music shows, I think.
Oh, I love.
You know, whenever we have someone doing live music in the studio, has always been a lot of fun. We're going to be doing more of that this coming year too.
Mr. Kurt's always fun to have
Mr.
on.
Kurt is great to have in, and he's an old friend, a brother of mine. I love him dearly, and he always adds an extra focus of, and he loves music, and he loves the arts, and he loves promoting other people. And wherever he goes, he's always thinking about, well, this person might be nice for the show. And I really do appreciate all of that kind of stuff. So we got a great show tonight for the last show of the year.
No, we have a really good show for the last show of the year.
We're very, very fortunate. Two great painters. They're great women. You're going to really enjoy meeting them. But we've got a Val's View first, right?
We do, yes.
We do. Well, you know what we're going to do is like we do usually. We're going to run. Okay, I'm going to open it.
Okay.
No. I can do this for an hour, folks. Don't go away. We're very, very fortunate, and as we start our new year, we need to thank very, very great supporter, people that keep us on the air here, and the supporters of Boston Neighborhood Network. We're so happy and proud of our affiliation with the Boston Main Streets program. Boston Main Streets is that volunteer-driven organization that helps revitalize business districts around the city. And there are about 23 of them now actively doing this in the city of Boston. And they're a supporter of this program and BNN-TV. So we'd like to thank them very much for all they do for us.
They do a lot.
They do a lot for the community. I mean, they work with the property owners to make sure they know the demographic of the area so they can put the right kind of business in downstairs. And the promotion committee does all kinds of events, our famous farmers market in Roslindale, all of the different things that they do. And then there's architects and graphic designers and people that are working on the design committee that help new businesses, you know, spark up their building and how they should look and all that kind of thing. So if you see someone in a Main Street jacket or T-shirt, thank them for Val and I. Please tell them that we really appreciate everything that they do for us. Yeah, we love them dearly.
They're great.
The other thing is this incredible building. I was giving our beautiful guests, our great guests, a little tour of BNN-TV. This is where people can get an opportunity to get their message out for their nonprofit. The station you're watching right now, Channel 9. Now, we have anything?
X-name on the stationery.
Didn't even look up. He just shook his head. Didn't even look up. But we, Channel 9 is like a news and information. This is an opportunity for nonprofits around the city to come and get their message out, to come and talk about what they're doing, and invite guests in and sit and talk. It's a nice thing. Channel 23, which is down the dial a bit from where we are, is for members. Members come in and join, and they take some classes on these amazing cameras and how to do Final Cut Pro, how to edit down in the Timothy Smith Lab, and edit it together into a program, sign out the equipment, and lo and behold, they put it on TV. Yeah. If you're interested in getting involved in that and doing some of that stuff, go to www.bnntv.org. Click on Janice Williams or
Jim Atwood.
Jim Atwood's name. Those two people will give you the most information that you need to come here and do television production too. And also, if you go there right now and click on what's playing,
you'll see our smiling faces.
We will be there looking straight back at you. So we stream live around the country. It's nice.
Around the world.
Yes.
Midnight in Paris.
Midnight in Paris right now, folks. That's great. I love that.
Me too.
So listen, we're going to get ready for Val's View?
Yes.
Okay, listen, gang, hang in there. You're watching BNN-TV's It's All About Arts. We're coming to you live from Studio B. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes with Val's View. Do not, and I repeat, do not go away. We'll be right back. Well, welcome back, gang. Thanks an awful lot for hanging in there with us. You're watching BNN-TV's It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn Williams. I'm your host. We're coming to you live from our beautiful Studio B's, and it's time for Val's View. But first, I want to remind everybody that this show will be on. It was on a little bit late last week. I'm sorry. That's my fault. You know why? Because I put the CD down, and I walked away and completely forgot about where it was. But I found it, and it finally got on. But this show will be up on YouTube probably Wednesday, and you can go there and check out this show and any other show that we've been doing for the last few years. You can do that by going to your YouTube station and typing in "It's All About Arts" and the number 1. That'll get you right to some of the great things that we're doing here, so you can repeat some shows for you. And also, please go to our Facebook page and like us. We like to be liked. We want to be liked by you. If you could do that, that would be great. Right, Val?
Absolutely.
So listen, gang, it's time for another Val's View. Listen, we're very, very happy and proud about the work that Val's doing. You can catch this Val's View on the inside page of the Boston City paper. But right now, you're going to get a chance to see it live right here at BNN-TV. It's time for Val's View.
Well, thanks, Glenn, for the little switch over to Val's View. I got a couple great things going on in the next few weeks in Boston. I can't believe I'm going to be talking about events going on in 2016. So first off, we have First Night in Boston 2016. This is a much-loved tradition in Boston. It's been going on for about 40 years now, I think. Of course, December 31st, New Year's Eve, goes on from 5 p.m. to midnight. It's various locations all throughout the city. You can find events everywhere, a lot of them in Copley Square in particular. So Boston really pulls out all the stops for their first night. They have artistic performances, they have live music, they have ice sculptures and fireworks. It's really, really cool. And best of all of this stuff is free. So you get to go down there with your family. It's definitely a very family-friendly event, and see some of the amazing things that Boston has to offer and really ring in the new year in the best way you possibly can. So definitely go check that out. And yeah, if you got nothing to do on New Year's Eve, Boston would love to have you be at its first night. So second on our list, we have The Ice. So that's going on also on New Year's Eve from 1 to 4, it's a little bit earlier in the day. That's presented by Faneuil Hall Marketplace. So it's actually one of the events that's considered a first night event. A little bit earlier, so you can get a good look at the sculptures. It'll be a little harder to see at night. You definitely want to check them out before they melt away, because they are ice, and if it is going to be in the 60s on Christmas, then they're probably going to melt pretty fast. So this is a really fun public event. It's free, and the ice sculptures there's dozens of them all over the Faneuil Hall Marketplace. It is a temporary exhibit, of course, because they're ice, and they also do a light show in collaboration with the ice sculptures. There's almost 500,000 LED lights that set up, and they sparkle, and they're on a big loop with projecting the lights, and it's really beautiful the way they bounce off of the ice sculptures. So you definitely want to go check that out, bring the kids down. Take some pictures with them. I know they sometimes do some fun Disney characters for some of the ice sculptures. So check that out on New Year's Eve. And third on our list, we have the Extreme Beer Fest. That is going on in February 5th to the 6th at the Seaport Hotel and World Trade Center. It's hosted by Beer Advocate. So Boston does a lot of really fun events. New England in particular does a lot of really fun events with local breweries, microbreweries, and watching these little breweries and brewers sort of grow and expand and develop the art of making beer is pretty interesting. So it is going to be the ultimate throwdown and the most creative throwdown of the craft beers. So they're going to be pushing boundaries of brewing, using interesting and new ingredients in their beers, and your palates are going to be blown away. You'll have to prepare yourself for some new and unique flavors, but 21 plus, of course. Definitely check that out if you're a beer fan. I know Boston's definitely been growing in the sense of having lots of beer connoisseurs. So check out tickets online. They're on sale right now, or you could probably get them at the door as well. So I hope you all have a safe and happy and warm and cozy holiday and New Year. And this is the last Val's View of 2015. It's been an awesome, awesome year presenting some of the fun things that are going on in the city to you. So without further ado, though, I'm going to throw it back over to Glenn, and we have a great guest that we're going to be interviewing. So I'm going to throw it over to you, Glenn.
Well, thank you, Val. That was great. Extreme Beer Fest, not just the plain old average beer fest, an extreme one. Sounds exciting. Listen, gang, thanks for an awful lot. Great Val's View. Thank you, Valerie. That was very, very good. But right now, it's my great pleasure and honor to introduce you to Mia Eaton. Hello, Mia. How are you?
Hi. Thanks very much for having me, Glenn.
No, thank you for coming in. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's I know it's that time of season. It's that time of year. Everybody's got 100 things to do.
Yeah, it is super busy.
And I appreciate you taking a break in your busy day to spend some time with us.
Sure.
You are here's the question I like to ask to start off is, if you had to categorize yourself as what kind of painter you are. I'm an abstract painter, you know, and there's nothing real about what I do. But if you had to categorize yourself as the kind of painter you are, where do you put yourself?
Well, it's interesting. I don't paint as much as I draw. I'm focused on a lot of portrait work right now. I do a lot of the realism, so we're kind of on ends of the spectrum there. But I do a lot of faces, a lot of animals. You know,
Now, when you say you're drawing, I'm sorry I called you a painter. I know that's what is the medium that you're using? I probably should have started with that, huh?
Yeah, maybe. Colored pencil and graphite pencil mostly.
Oh, this is great. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And how long have you been working with that medium?
I've been doing art since I was pretty young, just through school and all that. But I only recently, in the past couple of years, got more serious about drawing and artwork in general.
Now, are you drawing on paper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually I'll use a bristle board or, you know, a hard cardstock paper or something like that.
And in your subject matter, it's beautiful. We're going to be taking a look at it.
Oh, thanks.
It's really, really great work. Is this something you're doing all the time?
Mostly, yeah. I try to have something in production all the time. Sometimes I'll get commissioned pieces and I'll do those specifically. Like right now, it's a little bit busier of a time. I did a couple Christmas pieces already. But mostly it's just for fun to have in my portfolio to put in shows.
And I think what's really cool is that you're not really compensating your income as an artist. You're an artist too. I mean, what's your regular gig?
Right now, I'm actually a tattoo apprentice up in Saugus.
Yeah.
So I'm not officially a tattoo artist yet, but
I don't believe it.
I do tattoo though, so
That's
I'm
great.
getting in some practice, and it's really awesome to just have that chance because not a lot of people get to do and go to work and do what they like to do every day.
No, I know it is a blessing, isn't it? I really appreciate every minute I get.
Exactly.
They just opened one up the street for me, and I got some old ones that need recoloring.
Yeah.
I just got to make the appointment and get it done.
Yeah.
But let's talk about your work. Do you like using pencil and graphite pencil because you have more control?
Yeah.
It's all about control, isn't it?
With the realism, I love to get in and get every detail in the eyes, every hair on a dog. I like to really put a lot of the details in there and really make it look like how it's supposed to look. Yeah. And I think I have painted a little bit, but I am not quite as honed in my painting as with the drawing yet.
Well, I'm a teacher. I'm an art teacher, and my kids, and right now we're going through the anatomy of the face. Drawing the face and drawing eyes and how to where everything goes, dissecting the face and all that stuff. And those little tricks that you use, the nose and the three circles and all of that kind of thing. Is that something that you were taught? And were you taking drawing, or is it something kind of like that you just worked on and kind of made your own?
It's a mix of different things. I was taught the basic, the high school art classes, and I did a little bit of college art classes, but it was mostly just practicing with a reference and getting down all the details that I saw there, and then starting to make my own references. Taking my own photos to draw or mixing together different reference photos that I found. And for me, I don't so much do like the base of it first. I'll do a little bit of an outline, and then I just kind of fill it in as I see it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't use as many of the typical,
tricks.
Here's the nose, here's the eyes.
Right,
yeah.
right. Well, we're going to get a chance to see that in a couple of minutes, I'm sure. Do you do any portraiture for people?
For like
For
commission
sittings?
for people?
People come and
I
sit,
haven't
or they
done-
send you a picture and you do it?
Yeah, people will send me pictures of their kids or their animals, and I can draw them for that.
Oh, that's cool.
I haven't ever done a live sitting, though. That would be really neat. I did one in school. It was the live drawing that they have
Yeah.
you do. But yeah, I'd like to have a model come and sit for me.
I'm not doing anything after this show.
Oh, all right.
I'm only kidding. I'm doing lots of things after the show. Do you have a dedicated space you work in? I mean, is there, or is it literally your pad and pencils and kind of curl on the couch?
Yeah, usually I just spread out, like I'll clear the dining room table
Yeah.
and have my warms on one side, cools on another.
Yeah.
And then, but I also work at the shop a little bit, the tattoo shop. I'll
Mm-hmm.
go down there, and there's another artist there that I work with, so that's pretty cool.
Well, that's pretty cool. That's really exciting.
Yeah.
You also have a drama background, don't you?
A little bit.
Yeah, you've done some theater and things like that?
Yeah, I did a lot of community theater when I was middle school and high school age.
Yeah, up in the mountains?
Yeah. Well, that's where I'm from, is Vermont. So
Yeah.
we did Central Vermont community theater.
Did you like that?
Yeah.
Isn't it fun?
It is so much fun.
Yeah.
Like learning the scripts and learning the blocking. I played Anne of Green Gables at one point. It
that's
was
a
so
big
fun.
part.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. Do you see yourself ever going back to it?
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of a hobby.
A phase.
But yeah, now I'm. It's
Now
it's
you're an
hard to
artist.
mix like having tattoos with being on stage. So I had to
Yeah,
pick
that's
one or
kind of
the other.
typecast yourself doing that, huh? When you do you have a show or anything anybody can go and see, or are you hanging anywhere?
Right now, I'm just doing a little bit of like holiday planning, and
Yeah.
I haven't booked another show. I know I met Val at Merge Art Boston.
Yeah. What was Merge Out? Tell me a little bit about that experience.
I actually learned about it from another tattoo artist who had done the Raw shows and other Boston art shows.
This was the tattoo show, right?
No, this was just
Oh.
an art gallery
Oh, okay,
hanging.
okay,
It was
okay.
at Venue Icon, and it was actually my first art showing.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah, thank you.
Is this your first art show, television show?
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
great. Very good.
So yeah, it was basically just, I would say maybe a dozen and a half
Yeah.
different artists around this large bar kind of cocktail hangout
Yep.
place. And we got to hang up a whole bunch of art and have people come in and look and
Yeah,
give
yeah.
out business cards, sell prints.
How was that experience for you?
It was really fun.
It is fun, isn't
It
it?
was hectic because it was pretty busy, but
Group shows can be can be a lot of fun because you can learn a lot from your fellow artists, and you kind of get to see, see how he hung that over there, see how she's kind of what she's saying, and
Yeah.
the kind of, because you sound a little new to it.
a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've always, like I said, I've always done the art just to have myself or to be able to do it. And
You're
I've
making
only,
a push, huh?
Yeah, I'm recently getting into like trying to promote it more online.
Well, let's
and
take a
things
look
like
at some.
that.
Let's see what we have.
Yeah.
I know that we've brought some pieces in to take a look at.
Thanks.
Oh my goodness, this is beautiful.
Yeah. It's a little shorter in the image here than it is in real life.
Okay.
But this was a piece, one of my more recent ones since the art show. And I did it kind of just inspired by a lot of the events that have been happening lately.
Yeah. What's going on? Yeah.
I try not to get too political. And there was some people that were mad about this one. Or
Why?
Just, why would you draw a Muslim? Why would you,
Look at that beautiful face.
Yeah,
Give me a break.
She's a little girl.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun. Her clothes, I do a lot of head wraps because I really don't like drawing hair.
Yeah.
I'll be honest about that.
Oh, dear.
But yeah, this was fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, this one is, we saw the movie Tomorrowland. Did you see that?
No.
No? It was kind of a sci-fi futuristic movie. And this girl, she played one of the young child robots in the movie. Oh. And this one's my mixed media piece, my only mixed media piece. It's the colored pencil in the face, and then there's some gesso and some kind of more abstract background to it.
Nice.
But
beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah.
This is my favorite.
Oh, yeah, you gotta have a dog in there.
Is this your dog?
No, this was just a reference picture that I had found for, this was the first dog I drew, actually.
Very good.
Thank you. This is another movie piece. I'm inspired by a lot of movies that I like. This actor is Eddie Redmayne.
Yeah.
And this was a scene from the recent movie Theory of Everything. It was this Stephen Hawking movie that came out.
He's got my old glasses on.
And this was one of the scenes from that movie where he, like before he had the, I forget what it is that Stephen Hawking has, Lou Gehrig's disease.
Yeah.
Before he had the disease, it showed his life before and then after. And this was kind of the point in the movie where he realized something was really wrong because he couldn't write on the chalkboard anymore.
Okay.
Yep. And this was...
Tell us about this one. What is this?
This one is kind of... The idea of it was like drowning a little bit, just drowning in being busy and being overwhelmed with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you know, kind of an embodiment of the stress that we all have.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to practice the face and the hands, you know, basic practice stuff.
How big are these pieces?
Most of them are fairly small.
Yeah.
I work like 8.5 by 11 usually.
Yeah.
I was just actually thinking that I wanted to start going a little bit bigger with it and doing bigger drawings.
Yeah. Okay.
But this is one of my Victorian girls. I have a little series of Victorian inspired pieces, and this was a model that we did, and it was just you know, the headdress again with the hands and.
Great shading.
Yeah,
Great
thank you.
job. Great job.
And then these are some of my tattoos. These are both cover-ups. Yeah, we did the one on the left leg, the right side in the photo. We did that in one sitting, and then colored it in. And then did the other
Sure
one.
you did. Not in my legs. Very, very cool.
Yes, thank you.
Well, that was great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Where can people go and enjoy some of your work online?
Yeah, I'm on. I have a Facebook page for my art. It's Willow Art Studio. If you Facebook search that, you should be able to find it. It's also Willow_art_studio on Instagram. I post a lot of stuff there pretty much every day.
We'll link up your websites on It's All About
yeah.
Art so people can know that.
Awesome. And the tattoo shop is ACT Tattoo. I'm taking appointments.
Of course you are.
So yeah, come on and see me.
Mia, thank you so much for
Thanks
being here. It
again,
was a
Glenn.
pleasure having you
Yes,
on. Thanks
of
a
course.
lot. Listen, gang, you're watching BNN-TV's It's All About Arts. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. We're only halfway there. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Don't go away. Thanks.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
It's
Well, welcome back, gang, to It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn, of course, and you're watching BNN-TV's It's All About Arts. We're coming to you live from Studio B. You know, one of the things that happens here at BNN is this is kind of like a small educational kind of deal here, where we bring students in from around the city. Taisha, which school do you go? What school do you go to?
Boston Prep.
Boston Prep. In Adriana, what school do you go to? Bedford High. We have high school students in here running these cameras. And what it is it's hands-on, an opportunity for these kids to learn how to do television programming. We're very, very proud. They've been working on this show for the last 3 weeks. We're not trading them in for anybody. We want them to stay with us. Listen, gang, it's right now my great, great pleasure and honor to introduce you to Rachel Schwemin.
Schwemin.
Schwemin. So you told me it was okay to say. Okay,
I said it was okay. Yes, okay.
But she
so
took
that
it
was
back.
My fault. I should have corrected you.
Rachel, how are you?
I'm good.
Thank you for coming and joining us. Val, how are you? Thanks for joining us back up here. You are an artist. Thank you for very much coming in and spending our last show with us today. It's a great pleasure to have you here. What kind of an artist are you? What do you do?
I'm an oil painter.
Oh, you're one of those.
I'm one of those.
The most patient people in the world. Oilists. Are you an oiler? Yeah.
I'm an oiler.
How long have you been painting with oils? And
since undergrad. So,
oh, really? So a while.
So a while, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
You should open that present. It's going to distract me the entire time.
It is going to distract me, and I think I've done that on purpose. Well, we got plenty of time. Maybe we'll get to it later. How long? You say you've been doing it for a few years. Have you always been working in oils, or is it something you kind of migrated to?
I migrated to, because before I thought I could draw, and then I touched paint, and then I just can't go back. Now I try to draw, and it's very sad. Yes,
well, this is great. We got both ends here. That's great. How long? Do you have a dedicated space in your gallery or in your studio to work in?
I'm in a post-bac program.
Tell me what that is. What is that?
It's a kind of in-between step between undergrad and master's.
Yep.
And it's another year to expand your portfolio and kind of vibe with other artists. And
is it more like residencies?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's a bit more like residencies.
Are you doing that locally, or where are you doing?
I'm doing that at the School Museum of Fine Arts.
Why not? Did you get your undergraduate there?
No, I got my undergraduate in Florida Southern.
Well, okay, that's cool.
And then I decided I was going to face the cold again, and here I am.
And you're back. Well, this winter's been pretty good so far.
Yes, no, I'm so happy. Everyone told me it was going to be so much worse than last winter, and I was like, no.
It's not over yet. We could easily get 10 feet of snow at any moment of the day. Now that you've got this beautiful building to work in, first of all, what a great facility. We've been over a couple of times for several different things. It's just great. Is your space that you're working in dedicated, and you can kind of leave things be and come back after?
Exactly.
You know? So how many pieces do you get to work on at a time?
I got 2 studios, so as many as I really want.
That's good. Well, how many are you capable of working on?
I work typically very big. I do 3 foot by 4 foot or 4 by 5. I've done up to 4 pieces at once.
Okay.
And then that's not including like small little things I just don't care about. So I can do a lot. It just depends how focused I am.
Right. Now, is your space, can you set up the atmosphere there? Put on a little talking heads or whoever, to kind of set the feeling?
Yeah.
Okay. What inspires you? What kind of gets you going into your pieces? Do you map everything out first and then kind of, make sure that you're going in the right direction?
It depends. I kind of half and half.
Yeah.
So sometimes I have it all worked out. I reference Greek mythology a lot. Yeah. I'm a geek. I like that stuff. And I like, I take a lot of artists and inspiration from other people and things like that. And I really like twisting narratives. So I kind of bounce around in that. And that can pretty much cover everything, which is wonderful, so I don't get bored.
Your pieces seem to have like a story behind them almost. I'm curious to hear a little bit about it when we start looking at them. There's one painting in particular I really enjoyed. Is a man sort of falling down the stairs backwards, and there were glasses all around him, and it was such an interesting choice of props almost to put near him. I was really curious to see what your reasoning behind that was.
I like taking things out of context and kind of making it questionable, because you have these correlations to these things, but it's not that it's not something you dissociate with them. So it's interesting.
Is there primarily a message in most of your work?
Not one that I'm trying to force or anything.
Okay.
Like, I like it open-ended. I like hearing people's interpretations. Like, there's something I'm thinking about while I'm doing them, but it's not necessary that everyone sees what I see.
There's no social justice behind it. You know, power and all that stuff. Well, no, that's cool too. I mean, you know, so it's a journey sometimes. Oh, that's great. Want to look at some?
Yes.
That'd be great. If we can take a look at some of your work, and maybe you can talk us through, because I understand, you know, I'd like to hear about them.
Okay.
This here.
Yeah, she's Deborah. Deborah. And when I was saying I was referencing Greek mythology, this is from my archetype series, so they're all Greek gods. And so I took an alliteration of one of the Greek gods' name and turned it to Deborah. Okay. And
which Greek god is this?
Demeter.
Okay.
Yeah. I sometimes I'm afraid to say it almost, because like once I say it, people are like, if they know mythology, they're like, oh.
And you want it to be an aha moment.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a little more guesswork, and sometimes people never figure out. But I'm like, that's fine. It's good. Like they make weird associations, and it's awesome.
That's good. Okay. Next. This is the one you were talking about.
Yeah. And this is another Greek god. Should I tell you?
Yeah, I think you're going to have to.
Okay, so this is Hades.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of the references I'm focusing on are not necessarily like their stories necessarily, but their archetypes, which is kind of like personality more. So Hades, a lot of people have that misnomer that he's a bad guy. He's really not. But he's an introvert. So I was focusing on introversions and ways of that. And so that's what a lot of the symbols and stuff are referencing.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, she's...
Ouch.
Yeah, she's his double, and she's another Greek goddess, and...
That's so interesting. I would have, that aha moment, I don't think I would have ever associated Greek mythology with your painting. I knew there was something, I was trying to put my finger on it.
Yeah, I take so many weird things out of context, but I like it that way. It's just...
Well, it's what keeps it exciting for you. It's what keeps it interesting. Yeah.
It's amazing. Oh, yes, I love this.
Yeah.
Apollo.
No, try again. Do you want the name of him, like his alliteration name? Okay, Hunter.
I'm stuck. I'm a little rusty on my Greek mythology.
It's okay.
No.
Hermes.
Hermes. Oh, yeah. The suitcase. Where was I? This is very interesting. I like the way the tracks kind of take a turn in the back.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Okay.
Now, how long does it take for you to, like, how much time does it take each piece that you do?
It depends. I feel like I say that every single time, but I kind of tend to hit artist block right near the end of the painting. I work really fast in the beginning, and then at the end, I'm just like frustrated and stuck. And so,
is someone telling you you're done?
No, it's not that even I feel done. I know it's not. I just can't figure it out at a certain point. And so it's interesting, and that's when things start to struggle.
Right.
Yeah.
I love the reds on this. It's just, it's gorgeous. Is this based off of a Greek?
Yeah. I think most of the ones I sent you were from that one series.
Oh, wonderful. It almost looks like I mean, it might sound a little strange. It looks like she's working with meat.
Yeah, no, everyone thinks she's spilling her organs out, and I'm like, she's not, but I like that suggestion, because she's working with
pulling her entrails out.
Yeah, they're like, that's pretty gruesome right there. And I'm like, good. I'm like, that's fine. She's clearly not a well person. There's knives sticking around her. She's looking a little frantic there.
Oh, these are awesome. I love
Thank you.
Very, very cool. Are you showing anywhere?
Not at this moment.
Pieces are big. Do you have a hard time finding places to show?
No, I think it's easier to find shows because they're big, so the eye catchers, it's hard to sell.
Oh, yeah.
But it's easier to, because they're like, oh, these will fill space. We don't need a...
We don't need a lot of them.
We don't need a lot of them.
Do you have anything coming up in the future we should know about?
I am going to apply to a lot of shows soon, but I'm not in anything right now. Like, I'm sure the post-bac program has an end-of-the-year show.
Yeah, talk about that. How's that experience for you working out? Are you getting a lot of work?
I am. I'm getting a lot of work, and I'm kind of branching out into different things right now, and it's not that I'm completely changing my style. I'm just kind of trying to broaden it, and that in itself is a frustrating process. So it's good. I'm learning things. It's just, it's kind of always that pull between, do you really want to change this? And everyone has their kind of 2 cents. And
do you find you'll always stay with oils? Is oils something you're gonna you like?
It's just it's so beautiful.
You close up the windows and kind of lock yourself in. Please don't do that. Don't do that out there. Please.
Do you see, are the majority of your pieces commission-based, or do you find that you get to really paint what you enjoy and what you want to be painting more of the time?
Half and half. I get all sorts of random commissions because people will see weird stuff and they'll be like, paint me something weird. And I'm like, okay, can you specify? Do you want people in there? Do you want them clothed, naked? Like, how crazy is this getting?
Well, this is obvious. The ones we've watched is obviously a series. So, you know, what other? We've only got a couple of minutes left, but what other directions have you gone? Have you gone with? Is there a?
I've done
a hamster.
Food paintings.
Food paintings?
Food paintings, Food paintings happen a lot. So I get commissions for those too, because everyone loves their food.
Like traditional food, or did you put a twist on them, kind of?
Mostly twist, but I do traditional things just for commissions and things like that. So.
Well, it's very exciting. What's your website people can go to kind of enjoy what's going on?
You can find me on Facebook. Look for Rachel Schwemin, the weird German name, SCHWEMIN.
There it is.
Art. And you can find me on Facebook. I don't have a website because I'm a bad artist who doesn't use technology like I should.
Artists are the worst promoters. They are the worst promoters.
Like, everyone's like, why? Even on the Facebook, I don't post nearly as much as I should. Not that you shouldn't like me. You should like me. And open that, please.
Will you say goodnight with us?
Yes.
Okay, it's time to say goodnight.
How do we do this? Goodnight?
That's one way. Hey, gang, thanks an awful lot for being here with us. It's been great fun. This past year has been awesome. Listen, you booth gang in there, thank you so much for the work that you guys do. We thank you so much. Camera people, we love you dearly. You guys do great work. Thank you very much. Get out and do something artful. Go out and enjoy something artful for the remainder of this year. Please do it. And like we like to say every week, please keep in the forefronts of your minds our mothers, fathers, sons and daughters, aunts and uncles, nieces and nephews on foreign soil. Please do something artful for them. You'll feel great. We'll feel great. You'll feel great. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy holidays. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next year. Bye-bye now.